Hey, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world. We've been around for approaching 3 years. We've been putting in place our infrastructure. We have our own economy, currency, social services, currency, and treasury, and all these things that every country has. And we're now putting in our industries built on really solid foundations. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'm going to head over there right now, because if things go wrong, which they sometimes do, it's normally in our link with Facebook. So I get to Facebook, I'm looking for the group We Share Abundance Publicly. And when Facebook obliges with that, I'll be looking for the 3rd of February. And we've got it here. And I want to shut off my speaker because I've been watching some rugby. Okay. And then click to expand. And we will have, my word, we've got comments there. We have Kingsley from Manchester. We've got Deborah from Manchester, UK. We've got Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. Andrew from New Zealand. Kingsley top of the list there, but he had to be quick. Deborah was in there, and so Andrew. Andrew's letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear, and so is Deborah. Thank you. Okay. So, as I was saying, we are a cloud nation, and we're putting in the industry base now to enhance our economy, improve the value and liquidity of our currency for the benefit of all our citizens. Who can be a citizen? Anyone. We are a non-separatist organisation. We love to have members from every continent, country, colour, class, creed, gender, educational level, financial status. None of it matters, because all we see are beings, and we put everybody just on the level of human being. We recognise that every human being is unique, has something unique to offer our community, and as such should be treated with equal love and respect, and given the same opportunity as everybody else, and they are. Okay. Well, with that said, it's totally free to register with us. No cost to become a citizen. In fact, we'll give you $5 for completing your profile to get you started on building wealth for a legacy, because we're here for generations. We're not planning something for 2 or 3 weeks, or even 2 or 3 years, which we are approaching now. We are planning on being here for 203 generations. Okay. So long term is what we're planning. We want to enable you to build a legacy for yourself and for your children and for your grandchildren and for their grandchildren and for their grandchildren. And that's what we're about. We're on this mission to banish poverty. And we will not banish poverty by handing out cash, although we will be doing some of that. We'll be helping people create hope and extra income. But to banish poverty, we need to change people's mindset, because we get so many people that come to us and say, "Oh, I'm poor. We live in poor. We never have any money." You've got to change that mentality. You've got to say, "Okay, I was born poor, but I'm going to be rich," and that's where I'm aiming. And you've got to open that door. You're locked in a mental prison of poverty. You've got to break the door down and get out and say, "I'm not having it anymore. I'm going to be prosperous." And when you have that attitude, you will change your life. Okay. Who else have we got? We've got Richard in from Devon in, in the UK, and Norman from Doncaster, UK. We will be starting officially in a minute or two with a short prayer, and following that with an affirmation. The prayer is to help us find true happiness in life. I know a lot of people think they'll be happy if they had $1 million or $10 million or whatever. You can't buy happiness. I'm not saying that it's not desirable to have $1 million. Don't don't let the fact that you can't buy happiness stand in your way of that ambition. But it won't make you happy. It will buy you some things that'll give you pleasure along the way, but it will never satisfy you totally with true happiness. True happiness comes from within, and it's obtained through loving service to others. The great thing about going about it that way and going for loving service first is that once you get that habit of helping other people, being of service to others without the thought of reward, just doing what you can for them, everything you want in life will flow to you automatically. If you chase the money, it's a hard race. Some people catch it, but the money usually outruns people, and you get stressed out. And as I say, it doesn't necessarily make you happy, even if you catch it. So take our advice, concentrate on being of loving service, and you'll find everything you want in life. What do people want in life? They want to be happy. Everything that you do is because you want it to bring you happiness. Okay, we've got Akpomade in from Nigeria as well. And we've got Kingsley saying, I asked if a household can hold more than one account in Beyond Infinity program. Yes, in fact, although there's no need for it and it doesn't serve any purpose, um, an individual, as long as they've got a different email address, can have two accounts in Beyond Infinity. As I say, there is no real purpose in doing that. It doesn't have any advantage. Um, and I think they are looking at the possibility of banning that. But yeah, certainly within a household, you can get your spouse involved, you can get your father and mother, your sons, your daughters, brothers, sisters, as long as they are of legal age, they're welcome in Beyond Infinity. What is Beyond Infinity? And why are we talking about that? Where we share abundance. Because we always recommend that you have multiple income streams. And because it's secure. It's the old proverb of not putting all your eggs in one basket. The more income streams you have, the more security you have. It doesn't matter if one fails, like Bonanza has failed. They're going into liquidation. If that was our only income stream, we're a creek without a paddle. But it's not. And okay, it's not much fun that they've gone, but it's not a disaster because we have multiple income streams. Oh, excuse me. Let me get rid of that tickle. Sorry. So it's wise to have multiple income streams, and we have a totally free downline builder in your members area where you can add in opportunities that you're involved in, businesses that you're involved in, and as you build your We Share Abundance community, they all see these businesses, and if they join with your link, and it can be very powerful because it can go down 7 levels. And we have plenty of people that bring in several people every month, and you don't need many people to bring in. You know, if everybody brings in 3 or 4 or 5 people, in any length of time, 5 people, you work it out, get your calculator out. 5 times 5 is 25, and that's just in 2 levels, and 125 for 3 levels, and 625 for 4 levels, and those are all on that level, so you add them all up, um, you're very soon getting into many thousands of people, in your downline, and if just 1% join your multi-level marketing business, for example, you find yourself a top distributor in that business. So it's very powerful. Um, I was watching a presentation of somebody yesterday, no, the day before, I think. Oh, so somebody that is recommending a business. It looks a good business, but this guy presenting was saying he had over 500 streams of income. I thought that's very wise, but he didn't really because he had 500 different ways that he was earning income from the one company. So it's only one income stream. It's not 500 streams. It's different ways of earning, but it's only one company. If that company goes, he's got no other income streams. Um, the company looks very solid, but quite often very solid companies disappear. Who would have thought that FTX was going to go like that? Boom. Not many people, hardly anybody, probably nobody, but it went. So you can't rely on a company looking solid and being solid. It may disappear. And if you are using that and that is your only income stream, once it goes, you're high and dry. Multiple income streams is the way to go. And multiple income streams means different organizations. Getting back to Bonanza, which failed, um, because it failed, some people are saying it's a scam. It's not a scam, it's a failed business. A scam is where people deliberately set out to create a way of getting people to send them money with no intention of giving them anything in return and eventually disappearing with that cash. That's what a scam is. It's a dishonest misrepresentation of things from the word go. If a company fails, it may be for lots of different reasons. Quite often it's because they don't have sufficient capitalization and things change and they just can't pay all the bills. They're not doing enough business to pay the bills and so it fails. But it's not a scam, it's just a failed business. So be careful about that. Everybody calls it a scam. Oh, if that doesn't work, it's a scam. It's not at all. Scams are deliberate, um, fraudulent, set up organizations, companies, opportunities, whatever you want, deliberately to steal money from as many people as they can. That's what a scam is. So, when a business fails, it's unfortunate. Some people lose out. That is unfortunate. It's the risk of a business. Okay, but have multiple income streams. Beyond Infinity is one of ours, and it's a very good, solid looking plan. Is it going to last forever? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know. That's why we have multiple income streams. But it's just a $50 one-time payment. And if you join with the We Share Abundance um, admin link, we will give you $35 of that back. So it's only costing you $15. And if you choose to be totally passive and never do anything, it'll take you 5.25 years before you see any returns. But you start getting those returns, you get them every week, they'll increase every week. By the time you've got to the end of 6 years, you'll be making tens of thousands of dollars a week. So for $15, it's a wonderful opportunity if you choose to be passive. Yeah, you've got to wait 5.25 years before you start seeing any income. But if you're active, you can reduce that drastically. And I think the We Share Abundance account is currently has reduced that time span to about 9 months. I think we should be looking at getting that passive income coming round about October, and it may be better than that by this time on Sunday, because on Saturday they pay out all the um, commissions and income from different sources. That as long as you're active, and some of them go directly into that passive plan, some of them go into your account that you can withdraw. We use that account to fund the members that we have joining under us with that $35 rebate. So it only costs you $15. It's a real good deal for $15. So that's beyond infinity. Um, some people think we offer to pay $35 to anybody, whoever is their referral, their sponsor. We can't do that because we don't have the income coming in from beyond infinity to do it. And that is why we only offer it to people that sign up under the admin link. There are two admin accounts actually, and either of them you sign up under, and you can get that $35 rebate. It's up to your sponsor if you join under anybody else what they choose to do with their commission. What we choose to do is help people. They may need that money and not be able to afford to help people and give you that. But even at $50, it's a good deal. At $15, it's a no-brainer. Okay, um, you will retire in 5 to 6 years with Beyond Infinity. There is another program that we are offering. Well, there are several, but two of the main ones that we're offering at the moment. One is Beyond Infinity, and the other one is Vortic United. Vortic United, very solid. As I said, the reason that companies fail very often is undercapitalization. Vortic United is well capitalized. The guy behind it, the guy that set it all up, is a multimillionaire. He's a self-made multimillionaire. He's just put 500,000 in the pot as a promotion for members for February. That's how wealthy he is. He can afford to just throw 500,000 in there. It's definitely not undercapitalized. He is building an ecosystem much more than the trading system. He's made his money from trading um, different commodities, but principally cryptocurrencies. And that's what he offers to do for you. So um, he has people that work with him, but he has the final say. He oversees everything. He is the not just the CEO, but he is the senior trader, and he's got an impeccable record. His reputation means more to him than more money. He's got all the money he will ever need, and he's doing this to find that true happiness, to be of service to other people, and he's a lovely man. His name is Jensen Robles. He's been on Facebook for a number of years. He's got no black marks ever on his character. He's honest, he's upright, and he's totally transparent about everything that the company do. In fact, they post their trading results on the website, which I don't believe any other does. I mean, there's some other good passive programs out there. Another one we recommend is funds, but they don't tell you how they're making their money. You don't know whether it's genuine or not, whether it is a Ponzi, whether it's new people that are paying for the existing people. You don't know because they don't show their results. But Vortic show their results, and Vortic you can get involved in for less than half of it costs you to get involved in funds, and you'll earn more every day than you will in funds. So that's why we are really trying to help our members get involved in voting. There isn't the same potential to pay that, rebate to members. Certainly at this stage, maybe in the future there will be, as the people that we've got in build their income, because we get paid a percentage of the people that we've introduced every day. Vortic pays just 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. They have the weekends off, and if they do trade, it goes into their kitty rather than yours. So it's only Monday to Friday you get paid with Vortic, but that is a minimum of 4% per week, and it can be as much as 9% per week, depending on how you set things up. And in fact, if you are wise in the way that you manage your account, it can be more than 9% per week overall. And if you want to know how to do that, I'm open to meetings with people as long as you are putting your money into it. I'm not here to just theorize on things, but if you're prepared to um, put some skin in the game, I will help you set up the best plan for you. If you only get started with $50 to get to a retirement income of $5,000, it's going to take you almost 5 years with Vortic. It's faster than Beyond Infinity, and you can add more cash in as you go along if you choose, which would, suppose you could afford $50 every 6 months. So every 6 months you put an extra $50 in. That would massively increase your income and get you where you want to go quicker. Maybe you only need 2,000 a month to retire on, depending on where you live. Maybe you need 10,000 a month. It's different for every individual. But if you are going to put some skin in the game, I will help you get the best possible plan for what you need from Vortic. It's it's a really sound business, and I recommend it highly. Who else have we got? We've got Peter Stokesbury. um, yeah, well, we knew that you were talking about Bonanza, Peter. I mentioned that at the time, and we got Peter's in from Portugal, by the way, and Pomade is saying amen, and we've not had the prayer yet. I'm going to give it in a minute. We should have done it already, but I just got carried away with that. Ramachandra is in also from India, although he's a UK citizen. Okay, let's have our little short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member finds the joy of service, and through service, bless each member, that they attract true happiness and everything they need in life. Amen. Okay, we also have a little affirmation to help us maintain that non-separatist ideology, and that goes like this. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens of body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, back to the updates. I got carried away with that because I got into that Beyond Infinity thing and Bonanza and everything else. Okay, so there we are. Those are two really solid I recommend you get involved in both of them, as well as being a member of We Share Abundance, which is going to build your wealth and give you the opportunity through the Easy Business Builder, the SOAP program, Poverty Crusher, secondary staking to earn cash now. It's going to give you that ability to build wealth for the future as well. Almost passively, you've got to log in every day. Okay. So those are three opportunities you can get involved in. It's free to join We Share Abundance. It's going to cost you $15 for Beyond Infinity, minimum of $50 for Vortic, $65, and you've got 3 baskets full of eggs instead of all your eggs in one basket. Okay? There are lots of other opportunities as well, but you get started with those, you're on a pretty sound basis. Of course, beyond infinity, if you've got more cash to put in, like if you've got 10 grand, for example, and a lot of people have, I mean, a lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of people, 10,000, well, I wish I had 10,000. But there's a lot of people out there that can raise 10,000 quite easily. And 10,000 in Vortic, in 34 weeks, you'll be retired on $5,000 a month. That is an amazing return. People talk about safe investments and property being real estate being the best. If you make 25% a month out of real estate, you're doing well. And it's not as safe as people say. The prices fluctuate drastically, and it's possible to lose a lot of money in real estate, never mind make it. Okay, if you know what you're doing, you should be able to make money, but you should be able to make money anyway if you know what you're doing. Um, but there is always something unexpected that can happen, and it's how you deal with that. Um, to put in $10,000 and 34 weeks later, without having done any work, no referrals, no sponsoring, no work of any kind, you have over $5,000 a month income, and it grows, and it grows every week. That is an amazing return. It's something that would have not been possible 5 or 10 years ago. It's only possible because of advances in the forecasting, and they use lots of different techniques in Vortic. They focus on 3 main areas, and I don't really understand them, but they have been explained by Jensen, but they're a bit above my head, I've got to confess. Um, and they get amazing results, and they are possible. So to put in $10,000 and in 34 weeks have over $5,000 a month income with a pay rise every week is an incredible opportunity. But there's a big difference between $50 and $10,000. If you put in $50, it takes you a while to get to that $10,000 level, and then boom, you're off on that 34-week trip. But if you are doing that as you go along, you're moving from plan A to plan B to plan C, which is the $10,000 one. You'll be generating income in plan A that will continue once you've moved into plan B. And that is worth over $300 a week once you have got to that stage. But it takes you about 2.5 to 3 years, I think. I can't remember the exact number now, to get yourself into plan B, starting with just $50. You start with a bit more, you get there quicker, obviously, but you will still have that $300. So you'll be on $300 a week as well, but you won't have got to that big money where you can really say, okay, I'm retired in luxury for another couple of years. If you start at the $2,500 level, then you've wiped out those 3 years. So even if you can't afford the 10,000, you start off at 2,500, and then it's only going to take you a couple of years to get to that retirement level, and so on. But like I said, everybody has different needs, everybody has different resources to get involved with. And if you want to get involved, I will spend time with you. It'll take 20 to 30 minutes to go through. We'll need to know how much you need, how much you've got, and we'll develop a plan for you to get from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. Okay, With that said, where are we? What are the updates from We Share Abundance? The updates are we're struggling a bit with the pay it forward with the cards in your dashboard. Say we, it's Deviani. There is a JavaScript error which keeps popping up, and she doesn't know why, and she's been working on it, but she's going to come in tomorrow, fresh. Normally she doesn't work um, on Saturdays, but she's going to come in tomorrow fresh to get it sorted out and done. And that's often the best way. I know when I was in the financial sector in corporate life, if I had a problem balancing something or something, it was far better to say, okay, I'll leave it, boom, get out of it, forget all about it, go and have a couple of beers, come in fresh the next day, and boom, you would find the solution very quickly. Um, Maybe it was you just said, okay, I'm putting it in there for you to find a solution. I'm not bothering with it anymore. And it would be there when you came the next day. The mind is very powerful, but if you keep studying and struggling, it just gets worse and worse and worse. You get stressed out and you don't find the answer. So Debian is coming in tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that when she comes in, she'll say, okay, I know why now. And we'll have that aspect completed. We have got applications in also from various people for being added to the support team. I apologise to those people in the delay of getting that sorted out, but it also needs some work from Debbie to get that done. And so until we've got the card process completed, which will be once we've got that pay it forward situation sorted, um, we can't get onto the, but it shouldn't take very long. Debbie says. To me, it seems like a big job. She said, no, it's not a big thing. We can get it done in a day, and then we can then get those other people into the support team, helping the existing support team members. Okie dokie. What else have we got? Um, yeah, I was hoping to get in because Vortic has a very powerful referral plan as well, and I was hoping to get a video done on that today, but I've just not been able to do it. I've not had the time. Perhaps if, well, no, I wouldn't have got it done in the time anyway, because at 6:30, uh, I noticed that the under 20s international between France and Italy, or Italy and France, they're playing in Italy, um, was available on the BBC website. And so normally I'm working right the way up till 7 o'clock when we go live. But I saw this and I thought, oh, wonderful, because the lower age rugby is wonderful to watch. It's a more free-flowing, uh, adventurous game. It's more like club rugby than international rugby. I love international rugby, don't get me wrong, but well, it is international, but it's lower age group international rugby. It's it's really good to watch. And by the time I left, Italy were winning actually 12-6. Okay, they just scored a try that they didn't convert. They should have done. Bad kick. However, tomorrow we have the big boys at it. We've got uh, Wales are playing Ireland, and then England are playing Scotland. So I don't think it's televised on. Well, it is, but I think you've got to have Sky or something, definitely for the England game, which I'm not prepared to do. But I might be able to watch the other game. I don't know. So we'll have to see how things go there. Okay. Right. That's another thing I wanted to cover. Richard, thank you. Um, and Ramachandran, no, Kingsley. says it will be good once in a while for winners at the end of the month lottery to come on Facebook Live. Yeah, it would be nice, but sometimes the time isn't convenient for people. Sometimes we have the winners on, um, but yeah, it would be nice, and maybe in the future we'll get more. Richard says, have all the secondary staking withdrawals been sent out for this month? And the answer to that is no, none of them have been sent out yet for this month. It's only the third. We say we'll send them out within 10 days. That's one thing I wanted to mention today, and I'd forgotten that. So I'm glad you brought it up. I will be working on that this weekend. I'm hoping to get them up this weekend. So they'll be out, what's the date today, third? They'll be out on the 5th. So within a week instead of within 10 days. Um, but no, none of them have been sent at this moment in time. They have been calculated. We will see it in your back office as a pending withdrawal, I think, and it'll be going out uh, this weekend. I'm hoping to get them all done this weekend. It's a bit of a lengthy process, but because it's all manual, we will at some stage automate it, but at the moment it's all manual. So um, you can start looking for them Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully, I'll get them all done in those 2 days. If not, might run into Monday and Tuesday. And it depends, of course, on what else crops up. If there's anything untoward that happens, then it slows things down a bit, doesn't it? But thanks for bringing that up, Richard, because I had intended to mention it and I had forgotten about it. Okay. I'm not really sure what I've been doing today, but I've done. I mean, there's routine jobs that I have to do every day, but they only take probably 4, 5, 6 hours, and then all the other hours of the day, I should be able to do lots of other things. But I don't seem to have got lots of other things done today. One of those days. Okay. As I say, I was hoping to get that video done about the Vortic referral program because it is very lucrative. You've got to have your own account with Vortic, and you've got to fund it with at least $50, which is the minimum. And if you do that, you can get paid through 3 levels of referrals, and you get paid on initial deposit and any future deposits that they make. And you also get paid on their income once you've attained a certain level. And I can't remember what you need to get to that level. I think you've got to have a personal investment of $100 and a network turnover of, I don't know, maybe it's $2,500, maybe it's 5,000. I can't remember, but it's very achievable to get to that level. I think they call it a partner level. It's the next level is a bigger step. Um, but once you get paid on everybody's income as well, I mean, you don't get much at the beginning because people are starting off. A lot of people with $50, $100. So they make, if it's $50, they're making $2 a week, 40 cents a day, and you get 10% of that. So you're making only 4 cents a day. So it doesn't look like much when it's coming in. But you've got to think of the future. These people that get started with $50 over a period of time, they're going to be putting more money in, which will earn you that 10% when they put the more money in. Even if it's from their income, they put more money in, you get the 10% on that. And as they put more money in, their income increases. So as their income goes up, so does your income from that residual. It's very, very powerful. Not get rich overnight, but if you can bring in, if you concentrate perhaps on bringing in one person a week, you would have 50 people in at the end of a year, and they wouldn't all come in at $50. You'd have different levels. You might have a few at 10,000. You might have a few at 100. 50, all sorts of different levels. And you would, at the end of a year, be seeing some sort of decent income. But the big money is going to be coming in 2, 3, 4 years, where people are making a lot of money, an awful lot of money. You know, if people are making $5,000 a month and you're getting 10% of that, you're making $500 a month. And if you've got 50 people that are making $5,000 a month and you're making $50, you know, uh, you're making 25 grand a month just in residual income. It's very powerful. You've got to be persistent and consistent. We do have some numbers as well somewhere here. Um, we had a net decrease of 1 in our registered members, down to 38,779. It was one a net decrease of 1 yesterday as well, as it happens, and it was an increase of 2 the day before. So we're staying where we are roughly, but we talk about a net increase or decrease because we take out people that don't log in for 2 months. If they've not logged in for 2 months, not interested, fine, get them out of the database, get them out of the way. But we always have new people coming in as well, and so it's just whether we've got more people coming in than we're taking out, and that is why whether it's a net decrease or increase. The active members is up by 7 in the last 24 hours. Those are people that are logging in on a regular basis, usually every day, but at least 50% of the available days, at least half the available days. Multiply Weezer, no change in the last day. We still have a bonus pool of 10,075. No new email verified members, and nobody new bought advertising. Still not looked at coin ranking. I don't know what's going on there. Let me check now in Melon app, and we'll see what's going on in the Melon app. Oh, another thing. This is what I wanted to cover as well. Finally, this is getting back to Vortic as well, because we had people clubbing together. Some people only with $10. A lot of people actually with only $10. You know, the countries where they struggle to get just $10 together, but they want to get involved in Vortic because it's such a great program. We allowed them to come in, and we got other people that came in with more than that, of course, because it enabled them, even if they'd not got $10,000. We wanted to get it all to club together to get it at that $10,000 level, which is the top earning level. But we finally got all the disputes resolved. As far as I know, there's no more come in. So that's another thing that this weekend I'll be sending out the final list of the members in the V10K club, and you'll be able to just check that your name's on there. Most of you will have already checked because what we've been giving, but some of these people that hadn't completed forms properly in the first place or whatever, or we haven't picked it up for whatever reason, we've got all that sorted out eventually today. So that's one of the things I've been doing in that spare. That is all done. It's a week later than I'd intended, but it is all done now. And so we'll be getting that Vortic investment this weekend. It'll be running from right. Okay. This is where I was. I was in Melon app, and I'm going to see if we've got any people in there and if they've got any questions, because we see people from Twitch and YouTube in the Melon app comments. We've got Lewis in saying hi from Portugal. And I'm scrolling down. Lewis is saying, how are your results on Live Good? I've not checked very much. I know we've been in it for, I don't know, I think we've had about 4 or 5 weeks payments in Live Good, Lewis, which is another program that we offer. Um, I think the first week we managed to bank, or they paid into our bank, $275, but much less in subsequent weeks. And I think we got, I can tell you, I think, just a minute. Live good here. Uh, yeah, December the 24th, we got $275. Um, December 31st, we got $25. This January the 7th, we got $50. The 14th, we got $10. The 21st, we got $30. And 1st of, oh, what's that? Oh, that's monthly. To the end of January, we got $3.99. So I've not really been pushing it. It's in the downline builder in your dashboard. You can join. They have a power line system. I think the power line system is a bit of a red herring because it doesn't really do anything for you. Um, but I've not really looked into it in great detail. But since we got involved back in the middle of December or whenever it was, if we had those up, we've had $390, $393.99. Um, which is okay. It helps, um, but it's not a lot in terms of the scale that we have. Uh, but it all helps. It all goes into the liquidity pool. It all goes to help cover the costs that we have of everything else. So there you go. That's Live Good. Um, Lewis, is it still possible to contribute to the 10K for Vortic? No, it's closed. It was closed last Saturday. And the only people we've been adding in were people that paid before last Saturday that we hadn't picked up because they'd either not submitted a form or we'd misread the form or the information on the form wasn't enough for us to track their payment and verify it. Um, so, um, no, that 10K for the Vortex is finished. And I don't think we'll be doing any more um, club funds. They've not been. I think Vortic is going to be very successful. Let's be fair. But we caught a cold with Medify Yielders. We lost money there. Bonanza looks like we're going to lose money there. We broke even with something else, some TRX program, uh, CO TPS or something like that. It was called. We managed to break even on that one. There are a couple of with funds is going okay. We have a club in funds, and that grows every week. As long as they keep going till we're due to be paid out, that's about a 12-month program. I'm not sure whether it's May or June, something like that, when we got involved in that. So that should pay out about May or June. I don't know what else we might be in, but I think in general, um, the way that it works, it's a lot of work, and um, I don't think it's been too good for most people. But it'll change if we get if we get that the Vortic one paying out. We had ICANN Auto Trade; they're still not started properly, so we scrapped that and we moved into Vortic. So it's been a bit of a nightmare from an administration point of view, and it's not been profitable yet for the participants. As I say, I'm pretty sure that will change with Vortic because we will get into Vortic this week, and we'll start building up those reserves in Vortic so we can get the compounding working at the same 10 grand level. Okay. But you can get your own account with Vortic. As I say, it's only $50 to get in, and if you have your own account, you get involved in that referral plan. and you can make a lot of money. And just with that, you'll be making money anyway with your $50 deposit, and you'll be growing that. But the referral plan will boost your income massively. Not initially, because, you know, 10% of what people earn when they're not earning much isn't much either. But as they build their accounts up and start earning more, uh, you will get to a stage where you'll have a huge income if you build consistently and okay, that pretty much covers it. I'll be able to get back to the rugby. I don't think there's any webinars on that I'm supposed to be on at 8 o'clock today. I don't know where Dave is. He was stuck in an ice storm in Texas last I heard from him. Um, I thought he was supposed to be flying to the UK today, but obviously I think that will probably have been delayed. Uh, but anyway, um, that's it from me. I'm here every day at the same time, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. Until tomorrow, when we meet again, and feed the same. And until tomorrow, when we meet again, be some warriors. Get out there, go the extra mile, share some love and abundance, and help people, be of service to people, create that inner happiness, and allow everything that you want in life to flow to you. Until tomorrow, I say, I'll feed the same, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. I'll see you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. I'll see you later, alligator. Bum, ba doo, ba da, bum. And a wild crocodile. See you